I want to ask you something. When did you stop believing in your dream? Was it after you faced your first failure? When someone told you you're not good enough? Or was it because when life got so heavy, you started doubting whether you were meant for more? You see, dreams are fragile in the beginning. When you first have that vision, whether it's to start your own business, be an artist, write a book, do something that's never been done before, it's all exciting. You feel unstoppable. You think, this is it, I found my purpose. But then life hits you hard. Maybe you try and fail. Maybe you were told no over and over again. Maybe you're working yourself to exhaustion and the results just aren't coming. And before you know it, that excitement that you had is replaced by frustration, fear, and even shame. I get it. It hurts. You wonder, why do I keep falling short when others seem to succeed so easily? But here's the truth that no one tells you. Everyone struggles. Everyone fails. And everyone doubts themselves at some point. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail, they didn't give up. Let me say that again. They did not give up. Think about the most successful people in the world. You see, Steve Jobs was fired from the company that he built. Oprah Winfrey was told that she wasn't good fit for TV. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. These stories are inspiring because it reminds us of one thing. Failure is not the end. In fact, it's part of the success. You see, every time you hit a roadblock, you're being given a choice. You can either keep going or give up. And what you choose in those moments can define your future. Let's pause for a moment and reflect on this. I want you to think back to when you had your first dream. What did it feel like? Did it fill you with excitement, hope, and purpose? That feeling was real. That dream was real. But somewhere along the way, you started focusing on the wrong things, on what wasn't working, and on what other people were saying, on comparing your timeline to someone else's success story, and it crushed your momentum. But you know what? Your dream isn't dead. It's still there, waiting for you. The only question is, are you willing to fight for it? You might be thinking, but I've tried everything. I've worked so hard and I'm still not where I want to be. Let me tell you something. You haven't tried everything until you refuse to quit. You see, progress doesn't always happen when you can see it. Sometimes things are shifting behind the scenes. Opportunities are being prepared. You're being prepared. But if you give up now, you'll never get to see it all come together. Think about this. When you plant a dream, it's like planting a foundation for the house. You don't start with the walls or the roof. You start with the groundwork. You make sure it's solid, because when that storm comes, your dream doesn't collapse. And life is going to test you. It's going to ask you, how bad do you really want this? Those tests are not there to break you. They're there to build you. But I understand how heavy it feels. Some days you're so exhausted that just getting out of bed feels like a victory. You've given your all, and it just seems like the world isn't giving anything back. See, this is the moment that defines everything. Right here, right now. This is the moment where most people quit, and I'm telling you, don't quit. Keep pushing, keep believing, because that breakthrough that you're waiting for is often just around the corner. Let me share a story with you. There's a man named Thomas Edison. You might have heard of him, right? You see, he invented the light bulb. But what you might not know about him, It took him 1,000 failed attempts to get it right. Imagine that, failing more than 1,000 times. But most people would have quit after 5 or 10, but he didn't. He famously said that I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that didn't work. I want you to look at something that's on my wall right here. It's from Michael Jordan right here. I'm gonna read it to you because it's probably backwards on here. I'm gonna read it to you. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games, 26 times. I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. You see, failure is not the end. Failure is most times the beginning. You can't give up because you failed, because Michael Jordan could have gave up when he failed so many times, right? Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before he was successful, but he didn't give up. And you can't give up either. That's the mindset you need to have, that every failure is a lesson. Every setback is part of your preparation. You're being built for success, brick by brick, but it's going to take time. Now, maybe your dream isn't about fame or fortune. Maybe it's something deeply personal. Maybe you want to provide for your family. Maybe you just want to inspire others. Or maybe you want to prove to yourself that you're capable of more. Whatever your dream is, it's worth fighting for. And don't think for a second that you're alone in this. God is with you every step of the way. And even when you can't see that path ahead, He is guiding you. He's preparing opportunities that are perfectly aligned with your purpose. But here's the catch. You have to trust His timing. We get so caught up in wanting everything now, we forget that good things take time to build. You see, God isn't going to rush your blessing if you're not ready to handle it. So be patient, be persistent, and don't be afraid to fail. Failures aren't opposite of success. They're actually stepping stones to success. Let me leave you with this thought. Imagine yourself a few years from now. You've reached your dream. You've reached the life you've always wanted. How does it feel? Imagine the pride, the joy, the happiness you'll feel. I've never given up. See, that future is waiting for you. You have to take the next step. So here's my challenge to you. Commit to your dreams today, right now. No more excuses, no more doubts. Just take the next step. It doesn't have to be big. Just move forward. God's got you. I believe in you. But more importantly, you need to believe in yourself. Keep going. You are closer than you think. You got this.